You lie!
I don't lie. I protect, and I feed, and I teach.
It has been a year and a half since any Stranger Things content, and I am fiending for some more. I just miss hearing the theme. I miss our super awkward Mike and Eleven scenes.
Oh, you now.
What the dog doing?
I miss Hopper trying to rizz up Joyce.
You want to have dinner tonight?
And most importantly, I miss all the memes. Like any millennial with an iPhone, I love Stranger Things, and I hate how much I love this show. I remember not even watching till season 3 because I thought it was so basic to like the show, but I just watched season 1 and I was hooked, man. The characters are amazing, the music's amazing, the time setting is amazing, it's all just so dang good. So that's why season 5 needs to hit this landing, it just has to. So in this video, I just want to talk about how I think season 5 will end, but before I do that, I have to talk about how season 4 ended and how I think season 5 will even start. And before I keep going, I just want to say I hate the majority of Stranger Things fans. I don't know why. It just... so even just doing these speculations makes me cringe so much, man. Okay, so we're talking some Stranger Things Season 4 spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, why in the world are you here? So Season 4 starts with Ash falling out of the sky, and we see what happens when all your guys' moms sit too fast. The show ends with Vecna merging our two worlds together. The Upside Down is now in our Earth. During season 4, Nancy said she had a vision about seeing monsters and things in Hawkins roaming around, which means that we have Upside Down creatures now on Earth. Stranger Things also said that there will be a big time jump in this. I don't really know what that means. Does that mean 9 months, 2 years, 5 years? I mean, I don't know. That's really interesting though. So maybe we don't really get to see the ending of season 4 really play out. Maybe we just time jump to now in a life where monsters roam the Earth and it's kind of a more normal thing. I really don't know how they're gonna play this out, and I'm really excited to see it. Stranger Things has done this thing where they've just added so many more characters that they've kind of sidetracked our main ones. Like the fact that Eddie Munson had more screen time than like half the kids, I feel like is just such a weird thing. So with them saying they're trying to go back to season 1 vibes, I really hope it's just a one group thing, because there's so many times in Stranger Things where we'll just jump from 3 different groups and it just gets kind of mind-boggling. I think following just the kids and maybe a few of the parents would be perfect for this season, just to make it feel more personal again. So with talking about season 5's ending, I feel like we have to talk about some of these characters' deaths. Another trope that Stranger Things has is they make their side characters really cool and funny, so we get all attached to them just to kill them at the end of the season. Like for example, they added Barb, she died. They added Bob, he died. They added Billy, he died. They added Alexi, he died. They added Eddie, he died. And I guess you can even count Max, kind of, in a weird way. But now with season 5, that means they don't have to hold back anymore. You can go and kill one of your main characters in the first episode just to up the ante. So I guess we could talk about some of the characters that I think might die. Out of the kids, there's 3 kids who I think could die. I'm not saying all 3 of them will die, I'm just saying I think they're the most likely to. Number 1's 11. It's kind of her fault that Vecna's even a thing. I feel like she brought him in, she'll be able to take him out. Number 2's Will. I'll talk way more about him later in this video, but again, it kind of started with him. I can see it ending with him too. And then number 3, no one's going to want to hear this, but Stranger Things has shown that they want to pull on our heartstrings with these character deaths. I would not be surprised if they killed Dustin just somehow. Now to talk about the older teens, I honestly don't think any of them are safe at all. I can see Nancy easily biting the bullet, I can see Jonathan easily biting the bullet, and I can even see Robin biting the bullet. And then not to mention our season 4 speculation death man, Steve. I don't want to see it, but I can really see that happening. I can see himself sacrificing himself for the kids, and it's just, oh, it'd be such a good ending for him, man. Talk about a character with one of the best character arcs ever. I feel like it'd be so poetic. And then for the adults, this one's kind of weird, because I feel like Hopper is 100% safe. I mean, they had a whole season about trying to rescue and save him. No way he'll just die at the end. I feel like that'll just feel repetitive, especially since he already had a fake out death. Out of all the kids' parents, the only one I can see that would really make sense is Joyce. Honestly, I can really see that happening. Now I'm going to talk about how I think the season will wrap up and how it will just actually conclude. But obviously they have something planned for her. Vecna has her in some type of trance or coma, so I feel like it'd be kind of cool for him to kind of use her as a spy like in season 2. But I think the biggest and most important character of this season will easily be Will. Will is a really weird character to me because in season 1 it's all about him, but at the same time he doesn't really get screen time. In season 2 it's all about him struggling with the Mind Flayer, which is a really cool thing, but we don't really really get to see a lot from Will. It's just a lot of Will struggling. Season 3 is all about Will not being able to keep up and grow up with his friends, which I honestly think is really cool. A lot of people say they did him dirty in Season 3, but I kind of like that. I feel like it's just someone still holding on to that nostalgic young feeling. And then Season 4 is obviously about him fighting his feelings for Mike and how he feels like he distanced himself from all of his friends and how he might not even feel like he's in the group anymore. I feel like every single season is just super sad for Will, so I feel like having Season 5 be Will's big kind of grand season would be super cool. I feel like when people talk about the kids in Stranger Things, this is always about Dustin and Mike and just everyone else but Will. So having Will just show up in this season, maybe fight Vecna or even join with Vecna, would be kind of a sick thing. I've seen a lot of speculation that Will might be Vecna's like right-hand man, and I just don't know how I really feel about that. I really do think it's crazy that Vecna didn't even contact Will in any way in Season 4. I just thought that maybe he would. I mean, all of Season 2, it was the Mind Flayer, which we know is Vecna now, trying to take over Will's body the entire time. So in Season 5, we know for sure that Vecna and Will have some type of communication about what happened in the past. The only way I can see Will turning bad is if he can get possessed again by Vecna, which I feel like would be a really lazy and kind of boring thing. I feel like we've seen that so many times with Billy getting that, with, again, Will getting that in Season 2. I just feel like we've seen so many people get possessed by Vecna. It just be kind of boring. But the one way that I could see it being cool is that maybe Vecna somehow persuades Will to join him, like on his own free will. You see what I did there? But again, seeing some type of Will and Vecna versus 11 would be kind of sick. I just don't know how they would do that to make it feel natural. Because I can't lie, Stranger Things has kind of gotten repetitive, and I kind of feel like they know that. So for this season, they need to switch it up a whole lot. But if there's one thing that I can for sure you how this season will end, without a singular doubt, either 11 or Will are going to die because of Vecna, and it is going to break everybody. It all started with those two kids, and it has to end with those two kids. I feel like I know how these brothers think. I know how they write, man. I'm in their heads. Season 1 and 2 were all about saving Will. Maybe this is about Will saving them. But no matter what happens, Season 5 will have a very, very bittersweet ending. And oh my gosh, if the last scene was Season 1 when all the kids are playing Dungeons and Dragons for a little flashback, I will actually